Why did God communicate through literature? This one goes to anyone who thinks any piece of literature is the word of a tri-omni God. Literature, by its very nature, demands interpretation. Intelligent people can read the same passage with the same good intentions and still come away with very different interpretations of its meaning. We're flawed beings with abilities of perception limited to the subjective alone. Communication through literature always leads to varying understandings of that literature. If God authored a piece of literature, then that means that literature has an intended meaning, but that humans are bound to interpret it in differing ways, many of them missing the intended meaning.
God using literature to communicate to us is one of the most effective forms of communication throughout the history of the world. And the reality with any form of communication is that some people may interpret it incorrectly. That doesn't mean that there's not truth out there that can't be found in the communication. I always use the flat earther example. It's like they have received information and they have misinterpreted it in a way that they are convinced that the earth is flat, despite all of the evidence that it's actually spherical. So you can't blame the communicator just because people can't interpret the communication correctly.